anaerobic respiration. This is also anaerobic respiration. What is the difference here? Absence of oxygen is there. So here what is happening, now see, we have 3 molecules of carbon here. Okay. Now ethanol is having 2 molecules of carbon. So one molecule, one will be remaining. So that will be in the form of carbon dioxide. Here the carbon dioxide will be liberated. So one more anaerobic respiration, what we have observed is, it will be happening in the muscle cells. So here in the muscle cells, what is happening? Here lack of oxygen is there. Absence of oxygen, no. This is also anaerobic respiration only. This is also. But what is it? Lactic acid, the chemical produced by anaerobic respiration is lactic acid. Why it is happening, I'll tell you now later on. Okay. So here these both, where they are divided from here. Okay. Now pyruvate, this much we are getting in the cytoplasm. It is same. But further, absence of oxygen and lack of oxygen. That is here alcohol fermentation process we got to know in the yeast, and lactic acid fermentation we got to know in the muscle cells. So one more thing with the presence of oxygen, that is aerobic respiration, where it occurs in human beings, plants and other animals, and completely in the mitochondria, where maximum amount, that is 36 to 38 ATP energy will be produced. Okay, so this is purely the aerobic respiration. Got it? This much we have discussed yesterday. Everybody remembered? I'm just revising it.
Yes.
Yes. So today we'll go with the difference between the aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Okay. So this question, see, on this concept, the question is compulsory asked. So I am focusing why I am repeating this, because compulsory in the exam, according to this concept, 1-2 mark questions will be asked. Okay. So can anybody tell me the difference between the aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration? Yes. Anybody
Aerobic
who can tell
respiration
me?
takes place in presence of oxygen.
Very good. Yes.
Anaerobic respiration takes place in the absence of respiration.
Yes. Very good. This, all of you know it. Other than this, absence of oxygen and presence of oxygen. Yes. First I'm writing here.
Aerobic
Okay.
respiration
Occurs.
produces more ATP.
So how many ATP? How many molecules of ATP?
38.
Yes. Then here occurs in the absence of oxygen. Okay. The next thing is produces 38 ATP, and here it produces how many ATP?
2 ATP. 2.
Yes, right. So 2 ATP. Now, okay. Aerobic respiration completely takes place in which organelle? Yes, this ATP we are obtaining from which organelle, where it is completely, the complete oxidation process is taking place.
Mitochondria.
Yes. So here you can write down. It takes place in cytoplasm and completes in mitochondria. Okay. Now, can you tell in the anaerobic respiration? Yes. Can you tell me anaerobic respiration? Yes, children. Now see here, aerobic respiration, it starts in cytoplasm. We have seen till pyruvate. Okay. So these things will be happening in the cytoplasm. Again, further complete energy production will be taking place in the mitochondria. Now, what about the anaerobic respiration? Do anaerobic respiration takes place in the mitochondria? Yes.
No, ma'am.
Yes. So you can write here, it takes place in cytoplasm. Correct? Yes. See, yeast and this muscle cells, we have seen this. So till where we have gone to ATP? We have got 2 ATP, right? In the lactic acid fermentation, we didn't get carbon dioxide because why? Lactic, see, ethanol. Now, alcohol fermentation, we got the products ethanol, carbon dioxide, and 2 ATP. Then in the lactic acid fermentation, we didn't get the carbon dioxide there. We only got what? What are the products? Yes. Children, this question is repeatedly asked. It's very important one.
Repeat the question, ma'am.
See, in muscles, anaerobic respiration will take place. So what is happening when vigorous exercise is done or any workout is done, okay, at that time, deficiency of oxygen will take place. Means lack of oxygen, the muscles will face. So here what is happening? Demand of the oxygen is increasing. At this time, one chemical will be produced. So that chemical is lactic acid, okay. So here, what my question is, so during the lactic acid fermentation, why carbon dioxide is not produced? We have the product lactic acid plus energy, that is 2 ATP, but there is no carbon dioxide. Just now I explained you. Yes. Okay. Now, pyruvate is having how many molecules of carbon?
3.
6.
Yes. No, Ray. How 6? 6 is glucose. When it is the glycolysis process is taking place. See, glycolysis, we know that breaking down of the glucose. So it will be break down into the pyruvate. So 6 molecules of carbon will be broken down to the 3 molecules of carbon, which is nothing but pyruvate. Okay. Now again, this is also breaking. So yeast, we saw the product carbon dioxide. Ethanol is having how many carbon molecules? No? You didn't remember? How many it is having?
2.
2. Okay. Now pyruvate is how many it is having?
3.
Okay. So here one carbon is remaining, na? Right? Correct. One carbon is balanced, one carbon is remaining, na? Because ethanol 2 it takes. So one will be remaining, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So here this one carbon molecule will be remaining, that will be produced in the form of carbon dioxide. Okay. Now this, okay, now here we get ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. In the lactic acid fermentation we don't get. Why? Now see, pyruvate is having 3 molecules of carbon. Then how many molecules of lactic acid carbon is having? How many molecules of carbon lactic acid is having?
3.
Yes, it is 3. So here, do you find any carbon remaining? Carbon molecule remaining?
No, ma'am.
No. So this is the reason where carbon dioxide is not produced during the lactic acid fermentation. Got it? Everybody understood?
Yes.
Okay. Now see, these okay. Now one more difference we can write it. Now aerobic respiration usually takes place in which organisms? Can you name them? Aerobic respiration. Yes, children.
Animals and plants.
Yes, you can write animals, plants, and human beings. Okay, that's one more difference. You can write it. Okay, then anaerobic respiration. Can you give examples?
Fungus.
It's not fungus, dear. It is fungi. You can name the fungi.
Yeast.
Yes, yeast. And one more, I told you the bacteria. Do you remember? Hmm? Yes.
Algae.
RK, I told you. RK, no, dear. See, RK are the bacteria, okay? In the RK, many again other bacteria are also there. If your name, methanogens is there. So other organisms are also there, including in this. So here you can write the one more difference in the anaerobic respiration. Apart from the bacteria, like bacteria of RK, we have different bacteria also in this. Then you can write the yeast one. So this is one difference. Okay. Now, can you tell me the difference between the the difference between the aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration? Yes. Yes, children. Tell me fast. Aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration.
Aerobic respiration takes place in, in the presence of oxygen.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Anaerobic respiration takes place in the absence of oxygen.
Yes, one. Then next.
Aerobic respiration produces
Yes.
38 ATPs.
Yes. Very good. Yes. Then.
Anaerobic respiration produces 2 ATPs.
Yes. Very good. There are two. Now, again, rest of others.
Aerobic
Yes.
respiration takes place in the cytoplasm and mitochondria.
Yes. Very good.
Anaerobic respiration takes place in only cytoplasm.
Yes. Very good. Yes. And one more. The organisms you can name.
Aerobic respiration example plants and animals.
Yes. And what about human beings? You are living human beings? Yes.
Animals are common, human beings only.
Okay, so you want to categorize the human beings in animals only? Okay, fine. Okay, dear. Very good. So now here, the lactic acid fermentation in muscles. Why I am focusing on this? This is a very important one. From here, the question is asked. Okay. So here, 2 marks question and 5 marks question. This is asked. So I am focusing on this. I'll explain you. Just listen carefully. Okay. So here, wait a minute. So see here, children. Now lactic acid fermentation in the muscles. So here, see vigorous work during, especially during the exercise. Okay. So here, what is happening? Deficiency of oxygen will take place. Why? Because increase the demand of oxygen will be increased. We are using energy for work, but we are using energy in the maximum count because we are exercising, or we are doing a lot of work where we need more energy. At that time, energy is not completely provided. So what these cells will do, they will go to the anaerobic respiration. So what is happening here? Incomplete oxidation of the glucose will take place. See, in this aerobic respiration during the cytoplasm and mitochondria, complete oxidation of the glucose took place. So we got 36 or 38 ATP. Now here, because of the deficiency of oxygen, incomplete oxidation of glucose will be taking place. And now here, glucose will be break down to what? What we get here? Anaerobic respiration. Yes. Now compound, see, this glucose is breaking down. Which will get here?
Ethanol.
No, Ray. Pyruvate. First thing, remember this. What I told you, this is common. It is common for both aerobic and anaerobic. Whenever you write this, see, complete oxidation of glucose or incomplete oxidation of glucose. When the glycolysis process is taking place, first thing we get the pyruvate. Okay, got it? Yes.
So,
Okay. Now here pyruvate again, here it will be breaking down and releases lactic acid. Lactic acid and energy. Now see, what is happening here? Incomplete oxidation of glucose is taking place. Okay. Then 3 molecules of pyruvate we are getting. That is, pyruvate contains 3 molecules of carbon. Then it produces chemical. This is a chemical. Okay. Here, lactic acid will be produced. Along with this, energy is produced. But due to this lactic acid, we get fatigue and muscle cramps. Why? This lactic acid will be accumulated in the muscle cells. Okay, this lactic acid will be accumulated in the sense it will be what do you say that accumulation in the sense storing, jama hona, alle uliteti, like accumulate. So this lactic acid, when it gets accumulated, then we feel pain and muscle cramp. Okay, so this is not for the lifetime. It's only for the couple of hours. This, okay, when the oxygen demand is fulfilled. Now, because of this is happening. When the oxygen demand is fulfilled, then slowly this will be gone. So, the muscle cramp, whatever it is, contraction, the cramp is taking place, it will be relaxed, but it will remain for few times. So because of this, we feel pain. So here, one question is asked in exam. What is the question? See, I'll read. During vigorous exercise, why muscular cramps are produced? Why muscular cramps are produced? So what you will write the answer? Yes. What you will write the answer? See, the question is during vigorous exercise. Okay. During vigorous exercise, muscular cramps are produced. Why they are produced? What is the answer? If it is asked for 2 marks, what you will write the answer? Why they are
incomplete
produced?
of oxidation.
Incomplete of oxidation of what? ಎದರ್ದು incomplete oxidation ಆಗಕತ್ತೈತಿ? ನಂದು, ನಿಂದು, ಯಾರ್ದು? ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾತಾಡ, see, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಿದೆ? We are talking about the respiration. Here energy, we need it. Okay, so respiration will produce energy. In the sense, now if you go back to the photosynthesis process, see, remember here children, it is the opposite of photosynthesis. There the plants will take the water, the carbon dioxide and sunlight energy with the presence of chlorophyll. What they are doing, they are converting or they are preparing glucose. How we write the equation? Now equation baritiralva, carbon dioxide. What is the photosynthesis equation? Now tell me children. Yes, tell me fast. Photosynthesis equation edo? Huh? See, you people, if you don't answer, I feel bad. What plants are taking raw materials?
Carbon dioxide, sunlight.
Carbon dioxide, water, sunlight, then chlorophyll will be there. What it is giving? What are the products?
C6H12O6.
Oxygen.
C6H12O6. What it is? What is the name of this?
Glucose.
C6H12O6.
Glucose.
Glucose. Yes. So now we are talking about this. See ya, children. Here, glucose is produced by plants. Okay. Now, respiration, it is broken down. We are breaking it. During the respiration process, this glucose is breaking. Okay. So it is vice versa. It is happening. In reverse. Ille adu madakatiti. It is preparing glucose. But during respiration, it is not preparing. We are breaking the process. In this process, the breakdown of glucose is taking place. Okay. So when oxygen is needed, see, now this glucose, when it gets oxygen, that is aerobic respiration. Okay, aerobic respiration, see, this glucose will be broken down. 6 molecules of carbon it contains. Okay, this will be broken down and it gives pyruvate, which is having 3 molecules of carbon. Okay, so here, what is happening? What I asked you the question. Now, this much, see, remember it, it's really important. Don't neglect this. Now, glucose, now it is breaking. Okay, during respiration, it is broken down and pyruvate. Now, further, this process, after this pyruvate, okay, lactic acid fermentation. The question what I asked you, why the muscle cramps will occur during vigorous exercise. So what? It's very simple. Anaerobic respiration is taking place. Okay, so you have to explain in the muscle cells what is happening. By the vigorous exercise, there is a demand of oxygen, or you can say there is a deficiency of oxygen. Both are similar. Because of the deficiency of oxygen, the cells are not getting oxygen enough. So during that time, they produce a chemical known as lactic acid, which is having 3 carbon molecules. Now, this lactic acid gets accumulated in the cells. So when it gets accumulated, it makes the cramps in the cells and increases the pain. Okay. So this is the reason why muscular cramps will happen during vigorous exercise. So this cramp doesn't remain for a long period of time. It will be only for a couple of time. Why? Because the cells get enough oxygen, then that cramp will be relaxed and lactic acid, that accumulation will be dissolved. Got it? Everybody understood? Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine, children. So now see here. All of you just open page number 68. Everybody just open page number 68. All of you open?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now see, there is a orange, darkish yellow box. More to know. I'll read it. See, it's about the ATP. Okay, adenosine triphosphate. Now, ATP is the energy currency for most cellular processes. So, what is happening? Why here ATP we are frequently using this? Because ATP is nothing but the currency. Whenever we require the currency to purchase something, we say it as a currency, the amount. Here also, whenever to do the work, we need some kind of energy. So ATP is nothing but the energy. So for that ATP, we call it as the currency of the cell. Got it? Everybody understood? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Now see, the next is The energy released during the process of respiration is used to make an ATP molecule from ADP and inorganic phosphate. Now see the equation. What is the equation given there? Can anybody tell me? ADP, yes. Yes, children. You are not active, see. By seeing also you can't say? Huh? Yes, tell me.
ADP plus phosphate is equal to ATP.
Yes. ADP plus phosphate. That in the presence of energy, energy should be there. Then what it is getting?
ATP.
ADP. Yes. Then
Phosphate equal to ATP.
yes. Now see here, this means what? Now see, this is also the energy and this is also the energy. Okay. So this energy is in the more quantity. Now, as you compare with this is in the less quantity. Okay. Now, ATP is adenosine triphosphate and ADP is adenosine diphosphate. Okay. So what is happening, here? What will happen? Now, whenever there is a demand of energy, okay. So this ATP, when it accepts phosphate group, so here the sugar molecules, it may be in the form of fructose, sucrose. Okay, just you remember sugar. Now, when this will get phosphate group, so that will be converted to ATP and vice versa. Okay. So again, this ATP will be again converted to ADP. It's very simple here. This ADP energy, when it gains phosphate groups, then it will be converted to ATP when there is a demand of energy in the energy molecules in the cellular function or metabolic function. Got it? Everybody understood about this? Yes, children? Yes, all of you have understood this.
Yes, ma'am.
Now see, I'll write it down here. Then you'll get, okay. Once ATP has released energy, it becomes ADP, which is a low energy molecule. ADP can be recharged. ADP can be recharged, like we recharge the currency back into ATP. Back into ATP by adding a phosphate group. By adding a phosphate group, and this requires energy. Okay, so see here. Now see this. Once ATP has released energy, now for example, this ATP has released energy. Okay, it may be for the cellular function, or it may be for the metabolic, any function. The ATP has released energy. Then what is happening? See, it becomes ADP. It becomes this, and this is which is a low energy molecule. So whenever this ATP released energy, then it will be converted to ADP. Why? Because of the loss of energy. Then here this molecule will be having less energy. So this molecule is known as ADP. Okay. Then see, ADP can be recharged back into ATP by adding a phosphate group. Now ADP, see, this has converted to ADP. Okay. Why? Because ATP has released energy for any cellular function. So now this can be recharged. How we recharge? The battery, the phone battery is less, then we recharge it by passing the electrons, that. So here also this ADP, when it gets phosphate group, this, okay, when it gets phosphate group, again it will be recharged, it will be back to the ATP.
Now see your children.
But for this, energy is necessary. Okay. So this equation, we write, sunlight is necessary for the photosynthesis. Now, ADP has to be converted to ATP in the presence of phosphate group. Then it has to get energy. Then only it can be vice versa. Got it? Everybody understood about this? All of you have understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, children. So this today's concept was this. So here, okay. Then see here in your text again, same thing is discussed. Okay, which I have told you. Since the aerobic respiration pathway depend upon the oxygen, so I have told you about the aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Okay, so they are talking about the plants, how they breathe. They take it carbon dioxide and give out oxygen and all. It is the same. It has been discussed. So tomorrow I'll explain you about. Here one more activity is given. See, I'll just read the activity. Activity 6.6. See, observe fish in an aquarium. They open and close their mouth and gill slits. See, all of you know that the breathing of human beings and animals, it's not same. All different organs are there which will be acting for exchange of the gases. So here we have the lungs. So in the fishes we have gills. Okay, gill slits we have backside. Just you can see there gill slits. If you Google and just see, you can see. Okay, so what will do? Frequently the fish will open the mouth and close. Even simultaneously they will open the gill slits also and they will close. Okay, so here for the operculum which covers the gill. Now behind their eyes also opens and closes. So now these are the organs which are functioning frequently, opening and closing. Now, are the timings of the opening and closing of the mouth and gill slits coordinate in some manner? So what do you think? See, in our also, when we take in food, when we take in air, so we have the trachea. Okay, now esophagus, and their trachea is also present. So what do you think? That air and whatever, like water or food, simultaneously they will work, or they will take time? One will work, other will not work, and other will work, and this will not work. What do you think? They are doing simultaneously. Are they coordinated to each other? See, I have told you the epiglottis. Epiglottis, what it does. So whenever it, the esophagus reaches the food, when it has the food, then does it allow to enter into the windpipe, the bronchi?
No, ma'am.
Huh? Yes?
It won't allow.
No. It will just close it. So it is coordinated, na? They are coordinating, na? If there is no coordination between the tissues, organs or cells, then how the systems will work? If there is no any coordination between the brain or the lungs or the heart, then do you think that they'll function? Yes, children. You answer ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಸಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಕೇಳಕತ್ತೀನಿ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಇದೇನಿಲ್ವಾ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ ಕಿಡ್ನೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ there is a coordination or no? Without the coordination, if there is no coordination, in the sense completely systems will be separated. How they'll function? How they'll pass the message? How brain will get to know that the muscle cramp is there or like this? Don't you think there won't be a coordination between the each organs?
There will be coordination, ma'am.
There will be there. So in these also, the fish organs, which we are talking like mouth, the gill slits, okay. So here also the coordination will be definitely there. So only they will open and close simultaneously. They will work in the manner. Now the next thing, see, count the number of times the fish opens and closes its mouth in a minute. So here what they are saying, we have to count. Okay, so the next question, see, the first thing is they'll get the dissolved oxygen. They don't get oxygen as we get from the atmosphere. So here content of the oxygen in the water will be less. Okay, first thing, because it is dissolved oxygen, they don't have more oxygen in it. So here the requirement of oxygen in the water is less. Then what do you think? They will open frequently or they don't want to open frequently? ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ I don't have what do you say, I'm not able to take more oxygen. So at that time I will try to take more oxygen or I'll just shut down. I mean, I won't breathe in more, or I don't open my mouth to take the oxygen. What I'll do? How my reaction will be?
Try to take more oxygen.
Yes. So frequently I'll do that, na? I will try, na? Because I need oxygen and there is no more oxygen in the atmosphere. So definitely I'll try to inhale it, right? Opening and closing. So here also fishes, because the dissolved oxygen, more content of the oxygen won't be present in our, frequently they will open and close the organs like mouth and gill slits. Okay, got it?
Yes.
See, next, compare this to the number of times you breathe in and out in a minute. So here, if we compare, like if the opening and closing of gills and as well as us, if we compare, so for 1 minute, how many times we breathe in and breathe out? Anyone knows what is the average human may take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide in 1 minute? How many times? He breathe in and breathe out in 1 minute. So we have to compare this with the fish. Why we are comparing? So that we'll come to know the requirement, like why the fish will open and close. Yes, yes dear, tell me.
12 to 16 times.
Yes, very good, it's correct. So see, next para it is given there. See there, since the amount of dissolved oxygen is freshly low compared to the amount of oxygen in the air. Okay, so water is having less amount of oxygen because it is dissolved, and atmospheric oxygen is more. The rate of breathing in aquatic organisms is much faster than that seen in the terrestrial organism. So we are the terrestrial organism. So here opening and closing of the aquatic organisms will be more because they are getting dissolved oxygen, or the rate of oxygen is less. So now fishes take in water through their mouths and force it past the gills, where the dissolved oxygen is taken up by the blood. So here also the mechanism is quite similar. Like here our blood takes the oxygen from the atmosphere. That is, I told you, the lungs which have the alveoli, and to that capillaries will be connected. So capillaries will be having RBCs which will bind or which will absorb the oxygen and take to the rest of the cells. Here also the dissolved oxygen is taken by the gills from the mouth and sent to the, where it is sent? To the, yes. Yes, children. Now, water it is taking. Then, see, nostrils will take in oxygen and send it to the lungs. Okay. So, lungs have alveoli. Okay. Now, this alveoli are connected to the capillary. Now, these capillaries are having, or you can say the blood vessels, which are having RBCs. They are present in the blood. Now, this oxygen will be taken by the RBCs to the rest of the cells. Now, here also fish, if you see, now fish is taking, okay, dissolved, it is swallowing water. Now, water is having dissolved oxygen in it. Then this is sending back to the gills. Now, from the gills, again, the oxygen is taken by the blood to rest of the cells of fish. Got it? Everybody got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here the rate of opening and closing of the mouth and gill slits is more than compared to the breathing of the human beings or other terrestrial organisms. Everybody understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll go with the respiration in human beings. Okay, so till now we have understood the respiration which are taking place in the human beings, animals and plants, that is aerobic, and then anaerobic in the bacteria, okay, or fungi. Now we'll study completely on the human beings, how the respiratory system is in the human being, how it happens. Okay, so tomorrow's class will be respiration in the human being. Got it? Everybody understood now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now only I'll send you the notes, because yesterday the mobile was not with me. As soon as I end the class, it was taken. So I was unable to send you. So it's with me. So I'll just send you now. Okay.
Ma'am.
So children, try to respond to me. Okay. Response to me. I'm not so strict teacher or not like scary one. So if you respond to me, even I feel good. I get more interest. Even you people also will get more interest. Okay, you'll enjoy the class. Okay, children. Take care.
Yes,
Bye. Okay, take care. Bye.
and tomorrow class timing.
Yes. Tomorrow same time, dear. Actually, today I was not well. Some stomach disturbances was there. I was not able to stand, So I extended the timing. So tomorrow I'll take it at same time. If any work is there, definitely I'll inform. So tomorrow's class will be at 10 o'clock. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, bye. Take care.